Most seniors hold the firm belief that the secret to longevity is simply to walk more steps, move more often, and make walking a daily ritual. After all, walking is safe, uncomplicated, and free of cost. It is almost universally trusted. Yet what if that very habit, so beloved and so widely recommended, is quietly working against you? A growing number of doctors and senior health researchers are sounding the alarm. Relying solely on walking after the age of 70 might not protect your health as you believe. It might even speed up your aging process. It sounds shocking, but it is true. After the age of 70, your body's needs shift dramatically. And without a more strategic approach to movement, you risk joint strain, progressive muscle loss, impaired balance, and a quicker loss of mobility. Each factor posing a serious threat, not only to your health, but to your independence. You might have seen this play out around you already. A neighbor, a friend, someone in their early 70s who faithfully walks every morning, convinced they are safeguarding their future. Yet within a few short years they slow down, their posture falters, getting up from a chair becomes a challenge, and falls become frighteningly common. These are not isolated incidents. They are red flags, silent warnings that walking alone is insufficient. If you are over 70, consider this your vital wake-up call. In today's video, we will explore the 5 critical areas you must begin focusing on starting right now if you want to maintain strength, stability, and independence for years to come. These insights are drawn not only from scientific studies and geriatric recommendations, but also from the living examples of vibrant seniors, those still thriving at 80, 85, and even beyond 90. They have discovered that the answer isn't more walking, it's smarter, more strategic movement. If you find this information valuable and wish to stay updated with more senior health tips, motivation, inspirational quotes, and real-life lessons from thriving elders, please like and subscribe to our channel. Your support helps us continue to bring meaningful content that empowers people like you to live stronger, longer, and with dignity. Now let's begin by diving into the first essential focus: strength training to preserve muscle mass. Walking keeps your legs active, yes, but it falls far short of preventing one of the greatest risks after 70, sarcopenia, the age loss of muscle. At this stage, muscle strength isn't about vanity or fitness, it's about functional survival. Dr. Lila Hartman, a well-respected geriatric specialist, highlights this reality by warning that seniors who rely solely on walking are unknowingly allowing critical muscles, the hips, core, arms, and back. And once those abilities start slipping, it often leads to a chain reaction: injuries, hospital visits, extended recovery times, and an accelerating decline in mobility. It is a slippery slope that must be actively resisted. Take Ronald, a 75-year-old who walked every morning around his neighborhood, confident that he was staying in peak shape. One afternoon, while helping his daughter move, he tried to lift a box and was shocked to find he couldn't. The box was not heavier than those he had lifted a decade earlier. The only difference was his strength had faded. Feeling embarrassed and shaken, Ronald turned to his doctor, who told him something he would never forget. "You are not weak because you're getting old. You are getting old faster because you are getting weak." Motivated, Ronald incorporated simple resistance exercises into his daily routine. Resistance bands, light dumbbell curls, wall push-ups, and bodyweight squats. 6 weeks later, he was standing taller, moving with more ease, waking up feeling refreshed, and most importantly, he reclaimed his confidence. He didn't need expensive gym memberships or heavy equipment. Everyday items like water bottles, canned goods, and inexpensive resistance bands were enough. The key was progressive resistance, gradually challenging muscles to adapt, regrow, and rebuild strength. Studies from the National Institute on Aging confirm that such strength training not only preserves muscle, but fortifies bones and even protects cognitive function. Want a quick test? Try sitting down and standing up from a chair 5 times in a row without using your hands. If you struggle or feel unstable, your muscle mass may already be declining, and it's time to intervene before the slope gets steeper. Strength is your foundation, but it's only the first pillar. The second essential focus is balance and stability training. After 70, balance is not just a nice skill, it is a literal lifesaver. Falls are the leading cause of serious injury, hospitalization, and sudden loss of independence among seniors. Yet many seniors remain unaware of their declining balance because walking, by its repetitive nature, hides instability rather than improving it. True balance comes from training your brain and body together, activating the smaller stabilizer muscles, particularly around the feet, ankles, and core. Let's meet Elaine, age 77. One morning, as she stepped down from a sidewalk curb, she lost her footing and nearly fell. Though she caught herself, the incident terrified her. At her doctor's urging, Elaine began practicing simple balance drills daily, standing on one foot while brushing her teeth, walking heel to toe across the living room, and shifting her weight slowly side to side. Within 3 weeks, she noticed a profound difference. She no longer gripped walls for support. She stood taller, walked steadier, and reclaimed a quiet confidence. You can do the same. Stand next to a sturdy counter, lift one foot a few inches off the ground, and try to balance for 10 seconds. Do you wobble or feel unstable? If so, don't panic, but begin balance training immediately. Just a few minutes a day can dramatically lower your fall risk, improve your coordination, and enhance your posture, making you look and feel more youthful and secure. Beyond strength and balance, the third key area is flexibility and mobility. Walking keeps your legs moving, yes, but it does little to preserve full body mobility. Can you easily twist your torso to reach your seatbelt? Can you squat low enough to pick something off the floor? If not, that's not just stiffness. It's the gradual shrinking of your body's natural movement range, and it can lead to major limitations. Barbara, 76, learned this the hard way. Despite walking daily, she slowly lost the ability to reach overhead into cabinets or rotate her body to look behind her. Her stride shortened, her lower back began to ache. Her doctor prescribed simple daily mobility stretches, neck rolls, gentle spinal twists, and hip openers. Within a month, Barbara felt looser, moved more freely, and experienced fewer aches. Mobility isn't about elaborate yoga poses, it's about practical, functional independence. A flexible body is a resilient body. Start with a simple check. Turn your head slowly to the left and right. If you feel tightness, your body is whispering a warning, heed it. Fourth, we come to core and posture training. Your core is more than just your abdominal muscles. It is your body's center of gravity, involving the back, hips, and pelvic muscles. Without deliberate engagement of these muscles, posture deteriorates, joints bear extra strain, and chronic back pain sets in. Walking alone barely engages these deep core muscles. Glenn, a 76-year-old lifelong walker, began noticing persistent back pain and a creeping forward stoop. His doctor explained that passive walking had allowed poor alignment habits to take root. Glenn began basic posture resets, standing against a wall to align his body, engaging his core while sitting, and practicing deep diaphragmatic breathing. Within 2 weeks, he noticed the difference. His breathing became easier, his sleep improved. Most importantly, he regained a taller, prouder stance. Try it yourself. Stand with your back against a wall. Can your heels, hips, shoulders, and head touch the wall at the same time? If not, it's time for a posture tune-up. Protect your spine, reclaim your stature, and safeguard your future mobility. Every step you take from today forward can either deepen the spiral of decline or set you on a powerful path of strength, resilience, and independence. The choice, thankfully, is yours. There's a hidden danger in doing only what feels safe, and for many seniors, that danger hides in plain sight. Joint pain caused by too much repetitive walking. While walking is indeed beneficial, repetition without muscular support can gradually wear down cartilage, especially after the age of 70. Every single step taken on a hard surface sends shock waves up through the knees, hips, and lower back. And while the effect might seem harmless at first, over the months and years that impact accumulates. Slowly, steadily, even the most chatty-gaited walkers begin to notice it. Sore knees after a short stroll, stiff ankles in the mornings, a burning ache deep in the hips, and tragically, too many simply accept it as just part of getting old. But it's not inevitable. It's a call to action. After 70, your joints lose the bounce-back resilience they once had, cartilage becomes thinner, the fluid cushioning the joints dries up, and muscles that once acted like shock absorbers weaken unless deliberately strengthened. The result? Pain with every step, and worse, heightened vulnerability to serious injury. Take Raymond, for example, a proud 78-year-old who walked daily without fail, believing it was the secret to his good health. Yet gradually he found himself nursing a persistent ache in his knees. One day, after a routine neighborhood walk, he realized he was limping, and it took days before he could walk without discomfort. Alarmed, he sought medical advice, and his doctor gave it to him straight. You're not protecting your joints, you're punishing them. That conversation sparked a life-changing shift. Raymond introduced low-impact activities into his routine. Gentle swimming sessions, leisurely but consistent stationary biking, and basic chair yoga flows designed to promote flexibility without stress. Within a few weeks, the difference was undeniable. The dull, nagging pain faded, his joints more freely, and most importantly, he rediscovered the joy of motion without fear of injury. Joint venture exercise isn't about doing less, it's about doing better. If you're looking for examples to get started, consider water aerobics or pool walking, where the water's natural buoyancy supports your weight and dramatically reduces joint stress. Try chair stretches or Tai Chi, both proven to gently increase range of motion while strengthening small stabilizer muscles critical for balance. Or explore stationary cycling, which keeps your cardiovascular system robust and your knees moving smoothly without subjecting them to the punishing impact of pavement pounding. Want a simple test right now? Sit down, then stand up slowly without using your hands. Feel your knees, your hips. Do they glide smoothly, or do you notice pinching, grinding, or discomfort? If so, that's your body whispering, and sometimes shouting, for more careful, protective movement strategies. Taking care of your joints today isn't just about avoiding discomfort. It's about preserving your independence tomorrow, the ability to walk through the farmer's market, play with your grandchildren, tend your garden, and live fully and freely on your own terms. And when it comes to aging with strength and dignity, protecting your joints is a non-negotiable part of the journey. But movement alone isn't enough. That brings us to the next critical pillar: core and posture training, the secret weapons most seniors overlook. Many are surprised to learn that their chronic aches, lingering pains, and even frequent stumbles are not caused by age itself, but by a silent, creeping collapse of posture. When the shoulders round forward, when the spine compresses under gravity, the center of gravity shifts ever so slightly, but enough to wreak havoc on balance, breathing, and even digestion. Walking, as beneficial as it is for cardiovascular health, does not correct posture. In fact, if you walk with poor posture, you may unknowingly reinforce those harmful patterns. Meet Harold, age 76, who stayed active through daily walks. Yet over time, he noticed that his back ached persistently, and his reflection in the mirror seemed to stoop lower with every passing year. His doctor explained the core truth he had missed. His deep stabilizing muscles had weakened, and they were no longer holding his spine upright. "It's not about moving more," she told him. "It's about standing taller." That conversation marked a turning point. Harold introduced simple posture resets into his day, standing against a wall for just 1 minute at a time, focusing on aligning heels, hips, shoulders, and head. He added seated pelvic tilts, subtle abdominal bracing exercises, and slow, deliberate torso rotations to reawaken his core muscles. Within mere weeks, Harold felt a profound shift. His spine lengthened naturally. He breathed deeper. His balance improved dramatically, and the persistent back pain that had once threatened his independence, it faded away. The importance of core strength after 70 cannot be overstated. Your core is your body's foundation. It keeps your spine in healthy alignment. It relieves stress on vulnerable joints. It enhances your balance and sharpens your reflexes, making falls less likely. It even supports your internal organs, boosting digestion and expanding lung capacity, both of which decline with age if left unchecked. Want to check yourself? Stand with your back flat against a wall, heels touching, hips touching, shoulders and the back of your head touching as well. Can you maintain that position easily, or do you feel strained? Difficulty means your posture may already be compromised, and your core needs urgent attention. The good news is, you don't need fancy gym equipment to make a change. Your own body is your greatest tool. Practice sitting tall and gently engaging your lower abdominal muscles for 10 seconds at a time. Lie on your back and perform slow, gentle pelvic tilts. Stand tall and slowly rotate your torso from side to side to wake up your obliques. Done consistently, these seemingly simple movements can rebuild the vital muscular network that holds you tall, steady, and strong. And here's something rarely said, but vitally important. Good posture is about more than just health. It's about dignity, pride. We've all seen that senior who walks into a room with their head held high, shoulders back, moving with effortless grace, a spark of youthfulness in every step. That isn't luck or genetics. It's daily discipline. It's core strength. It's a commitment, quiet but unwavering, to refusing to bow to time. If you're serious about aging well, about living fully and moving with ease for as long as life grants you days, do not neglect. In so many ways, your spine tells the story of your life. It silently reveals whether you are standing firm against the currents of time or whether you are slowly giving in. So take care of it, strengthen it, Honor it because how you carry yourself matters. At 17, at 70, and every moment in between. If you found these insights valuable and want more content filled with senior health tips, reflections from real-life elders, and honest, science-backed advice about living stronger, longer, and with dignity, we invite you to like and subscribe. Your support fuels our mission to share real stories, practical wisdom, and empowering truths that help people not just survive aging, but thrive through it. Let's pause for a moment and reflect on something important. By the time you've passed 70, you have likely spent an entire lifetime giving to your work, to your family, to your friends, to endless responsibilities and causes greater than yourself. But now is the time to start giving back to the one person who has been with you through it all, yourself. And that journey begins with protecting your independence, not just physically, but mentally and emotionally too. We have already walked through strength, balance, flexibility, and posture. But there is still one more crucial element that often goes unnoticed, even though it affects absolutely everything: your joints. Your joints don't just determine how easily you move, they determine whether you can keep moving at all. Because here's the truth: after 70, your joints no longer forgive the way they used to. That brings us to something many overlook: the silent damage of overwalking and the importance of learning to rebuild, not break down. Let's return to walking for a moment, because this is not a video telling you to stop walking. It is a call to walk wisely, to walk in a way that supports your body so that walking remains a joy, not a source of pain. Many seniors don't realize that walking, especially on unforgiving hard surfaces and without proper muscular support, can grind down joints over time. Knees, hips, and ankles take the brunt of the impact. And as those joints begin to hurt, what happens? You walk less, you move less. Muscles weaken, posture collapses, independence slips away. Not all at once, but quietly, steadily, day by day. That's exactly what happened to Lorraine, age 79, who took great pride in her daily 2-mile walks around the neighborhood. At first, she woke with a mild ache in her knees. Nothing alarming. She shrugged it off. But over time, the pain deepened and spread to her hips. Stairs became a daily battle. When she finally sought help, her orthopedic specialist put it bluntly: "You're not injured yet, but you are inflaming your joints with every step. If you don't start incorporating joint mono movement now, you're looking at knee replacements in 5 years." Shocked but determined, Lorraine realized she didn't have to stop walking, she had to walk smarter. She alternated her walks with short sessions of cycling on a stationary bike. She embraced water walking twice a week at a community pool. She warmed up and cooled down with gentle stretching, and within just 2 months, the transformation was remarkable. The aching knees were gone, and her spirit was restored. That's the power of low-impact movement. It protects your joints without forcing you into inactivity. Some of the most joint-friendly exercises for people over 70 include swimming or aqua aerobics, where buoyancy lifts your weight off tender joints. Tai Chi, with its slow, flowing motions that build strength and balance with zero jarring impact. Chair-based yoga for those with limited mobility. And elliptical training for those who want heart-pumping cardio without the plunging effects of pavement. Remember, your joints don't need less movement. They need the right kind of movement. Repetitive, pounding stress breaks them down. Varied, supported, conscious movement builds them up. So if you have been pushing through joint pain, thinking it's just an unavoidable part of aging, please think again. Pain is not something you must endure. It is your body's way of asking for help. Listen carefully. After your next walk, pause and reflect. Are your knees and hips thanking you or complaining? Do they feel energized or stiff and inflamed? If soreness lingers for hours or worsens overnight, it's time to rethink your approach. Because aging does not have to mean aching. And here's the final truth we need to embrace. Longevity isn't just about moving, it's about moving well. When you picture someone aging gracefully, who do you see? It's the person who still laughs easily, still moves freely, who can lift their own bag without struggle, who reaches the top shelf without fear of falling, who walks across a room with quiet confidence and head held high. Someone who still feels like themselves. That kind of graceful aging doesn't happen by accident. It happens through daily intention. It happens by honoring the body's new needs, not ignoring them. And the research backs it up. Studies from the Journal of Aging and Physical Activity show that seniors who incorporate strength training, balance work, flexibility exercises, and low-impact movement not only live longer, they live better. They suffer fewer falls. They stay more mobile. They stay more independent. But beyond the research, there's a deeper, more powerful truth. Moving with strength and confidence restores something many seniors thought they had lost: freedom. When you can get up from a chair without hesitation, you feel free. When you can walk without wobbling, you feel powerful. When you stand tall, people see you not at your age, not your frailty. But that is why we created this message. Not to scare you, not to criticize walking, but to inspire you. To encourage you to add 5 life-changing habits to your routine. Not for exercise's sake, but because you deserve to live the life you have fought so hard to build. Because you deserve to move with dignity, not with fear. Because you deserve a body that still serves you, that still carries you, that still allows you to chase joy. And so let's pull it all together. Let's recap the 5 essentials that doctors now recommend instead of relying solely on walking after 70. First, strength training to fight muscle loss and preserve your independence. Second, balance exercises to prevent falls before they happen. Third, flexibility and mobility work to protect your joints and maintain your freedom of movement. Fourth, core and posture training to hold your spine tall and keep you stable. And fifth, low-impact movement to safeguard your joints and reduce pain before it steals your joy. None of these require massive, overwhelming changes. They require small, simple additions. 5 minutes here, 10 minutes there, but combined they create a transformation. A life where you continue to live on your terms. So now the question becomes, which one will you start with today? Will you press your back against the wall and feel the strength of standing tall? Will you pick up a can of soup and curl it like a dumbbell? Will you lift one foot while brushing your teeth, feeling your balance sharpen? You don't have to do it all at once. You just have to begin. Because your body, much like a house, needs maintenance. If you neglect its foundation, your muscles, your joints, your balance, the entire structure weakens over time. But with just a little care every day, that house remains strong, steady, beautiful. Lived in, loved. Your future is not finished yet. It is still being written, and you have the power to write it with strength, clarity, and grace. If you found this content valuable, and you want more real-world wisdom from the elderly, practical senior health advice, powerful motivation, and reflections from those who have lived through every season of life, please like, subscribe, and share this message. Your voice helps amplify these truths, and your support fuels our mission to help more people live not just longer, but stronger, freer, and more fulfilled. Thank you for being here, thank you for your heart, and thank you for choosing to invest in the life you still have ahead of you.